when you log in to your dashboard for the first time, this is what you are going to see. Okay, so it is very robust and very user friendly as well. And on the dashboard, you will be able to see your sales, and you'll be able to see the expenses, the purchase, and all the rest of them. So at a glance, you can be able to actually know how your business is doing. Okay, so you can actually be able to filter reports based on today, yesterday, last 7 days, 30 days, this month. So you can filter and be able to look at how your business is doing on daily basis. Okay, so under here you can actually be able to track the sales in the last 30 days. Okay, across the month. You can also come down here, you can see fiscal year. So that is all. So you have to just make use of the dashboard to be able to see how your business is doing. Okay, so but there are a few things you need to do to set up the platform, and it's quite straightforward. Okay, so as a business owner, you have people who are working under you, and you wouldn't want everybody to have access to everything you do in your business. So you need to make sure you handle the user and roles, so that you can be able to assign a role to a particular staff of yours based on the level of access you want the person to have. Okay, for you to do that, you go to user management. It's just straightforward. Okay, so you first of all go to roles. When you click on role, you can see that we only have admin and cashier, okay, as default roles. Okay, so now you can be able to create more roles based on the access right you want to grant to your users. Okay, for you to do that, you just need to come here, okay, and click on add. Okay, so when you do that, you put the name of the role. Okay, so let's say the sales department. Okay, so when you add the name sales, you just come down. You, as a sale, you know that they cannot be able to manage your users and also have access to role. Okay, so also you might not want them to have access to supply, so you can assign this supplier role to maybe your inventory manager. Okay, so as the sales department, they will be able to have access to customer. Okay, you can be able to say that each user can only have access to his or her customer which he created, or you can allow them to have access to all the customers. So anybody you assign this role will be able to have access to these customers. Okay, so but when you come down a little, you can see you will decide what they are to do. They might be able to add new customers, they might be able to edit the customers, but you may check here so that they cannot be able to delete any customer. Okay, so you can also come down here. You will not allow them to have access to these products, so you may allow it so that the inventory or storekeeper will be the one to have access to these products, so that the person can be able to add your products or update the inventory and do all the rest of them. Okay, so and the person also will not have access to purchases because they are just in the sales department, so they don't handle purchases and the stock adjustment. Okay, so you can actually not allow them to have access to that. Okay, so when you come down a little, you can see point of sale, POS. So the sales department should be able to have access, so you can select this. Okay, so but now you can see that you may uncheck delete point of sales or this product they have sold already. So you can uncheck this so that any product they have uh, sold already, they cannot be able to delete it. Okay, so all these things you can be able to allow them to edit price from the point of sale screen, or you can uncheck it if you don't allow them to you don't want to allow them to adjust any price. Okay, so also edit product discounts. If you want them to be giving your customers discounts at the point of sales, you can check this, or else you can uncheck it. Okay, so of course they will print invoice and then add the payments. Okay, so you can also come down here. As the sales department, they will also have access to sales. Okay, so when you click here, you can actually check here for them to have access to all. Okay, so but you will be able to actually allow them, stop them from deleting payment. Okay, so also maybe deleting sales. Okay, so you can uncheck that. So all these things are well detailed. Okay, so you can allow them to make use of the draft. Okay, they can draft a sales. If it is not going to be translated to invoice immediately, they can save it as draft. Okay, there we also have access to quotations, so they can be able to, same quotation. You can also allow everybody to see all those quotations, so that if some are not on duty, anybody who is on duty can be able to manage it. Okay, so here you can also allow them to handle the shipment. Okay, and then you can come down. Okay, cash register, so you'll be able to allow them, so that peradventure somebody sell after selling, and then there is a cash remaining, the person can be able to add it on when the person wants to start selling the next day. Okay, so you can come down and okay, go down to the last. We have the CRM model. Okay, the CRM model, you can allow them to follow up, do follow up to your lead, uh, okay, or maybe have access to all the leads. Okay, and then maybe have access to campaign. Okay, also you can also allow them to have access to the contact login, so that your clients can also be able to log in on this portal. So when you check this, they can be able to create access, or create login details for them, so that they can be able to actually log in. Okay, and be able to do business with you if you want it that way. Okay, so you can be able to have access to sources. Sources means, where did you get the customers? Like let's say from a radio station, from the campaign you did on Facebook or Instagram. Those are the sources. Okay, so you can also allow them to have access to proposal. Okay, and also maybe the live stages. Okay, so all these things you can allow them to have. Okay, now you can allow them to add their leave if you want. Okay, the person can add his own leave. Okay, so if you want it that way, so that they can be able to request for leave on their own dashboards. Okay, so you can be able to allow them to have access to all these things, yeah, the one that you want them to have access to. Okay, so of course they cannot be on the manufacturing department, they cannot be on the project department. Okay, so and then you just click on save here. Okay, you click on save. Okay, so you can see that sales has been added. Okay, so when you follow this procedure, you know that those in the project department will have access to the project model. Those who are in the HRM department, we have access to payroll and all the rest of them. So you just take your time to set it up. It doesn't take much time, so you just set it up, customize it according to how you want the access to be. Okay, so once you have done that, you go to users. Okay, and then start creating the users. Okay, so it's just by going to add. Okay, so you put their prefix and then put the first name and the last name. Okay, so you just come down here, you put their passwords. Okay, username, and put the person's password and confirm it here. Okay, when you come to under row, this is when you will now select sales. Okay, since the person is in the sales department. Okay, So if you you subscribe the one that the highest plan, you can be able to have more locations to create. So you can be able to give the person access maybe to just the current location, or allow the person to have access to all locations of your business. So the choice is yours. Okay, so you can also come down here to put other things like percentage commission. If the sales department, you are giving them any commission, you can actually put it here. Okay, so you come down here and put more information. Okay, the person's marital status and all those information. You can actually make use of custom fields. Custom fields are, there are things that may not be here, so you can use this custom field to add it just by typing it out. Okay, so that in the front end it will be able to appear there. Okay, so here you can add the person's bank details. Okay, so now when you come to the HR detail, you can select the person department. We have not added department. You can also select the person designation. Okay, so now you can also select the payroll location. Of course, it is this current location. Then you can impute the person's basic salary, and then put the frequency, if it is per month or per week or per day. Okay, so now you can save here. So once you do that, the person will be added into your user, and the person will be active on the sales department. Okay, so and if peradventure the person leaves your company, what you need to do is just to edit the user, and then come down here and uncheck this active. Okay, and the person will not be able to have access to log in again. Okay, so this is just how you manage your user and set it up and grant them their roles. So it is very straightforward. You set it up based on how your business operates. That is why we didn't set it up from scratch, so that you can set it up based on how you want your business to operate. Thank you.